Good afternoon, welcome to this week's video. Wow, what a stormy few days we've had. Storm Dudley in the week, and then Storm Eunice yesterday, causing absolute carnage. But this week, I've just come out really on a bit of a gamble trip. The forecast this afternoon did say that it's going to open up a little bit. And then cloud over later in the evening, so I was hoping to be able to get a bit of a sunset, a few colours in the sky, but unfortunately it doesn't look like it's going to be the case. So anyway, I've come to a new location just to scout it out, maybe get some shots. We shall see. I've come to a place called Priddy Pools, and there's also a Stock Hill Wood as well here, which I think I will do on another occasion. It's still pretty blustery, so don't particularly fancy walking through a load of trees with the wind. So anyway, let's have a bit of a scout round and see what we can see. So as you can see, all of a sudden, what I didn't think we was going to get is happening. Getting some nice light breaking through. So I've set up this first composition. Off in the distance there, up on the top, you can see that tree. So I've set the camera right down low set the tripod really low, so I'm down nice and low, nice low angle, so that tree is right up on the horizon, and shooting pretty much shooting wide open 24 mil. I'm got a polarizer on just to take the glare off of this water, and I'm sort of focusing on these grasses here in front, using that as a foreground. So because it's down low as well, the water is not too dominant in the scene. It's just sort of showing above the grass and leading us up to that tree up on the horizon. So yes, we've got a little bit of cloud definition in the sky. I think I can pull a bit of detail out of that. I'm using the histogram to get my exposure set. Currently shooting at ISO 64 f9 and 1/13 of a second. So light's just gone behind a cloud again, so just wait a bit of time and wait for that light to come back, and then we'll get a couple more shots. Right, so because there's quite a lot of movement on the water, as well as because of the wind, well, I put a 6-stop filter on, just taking some slower exposures at sort of 1/6 to sort of 2 seconds, just to smooth that water out. And then what I can do, obviously with the slower exposures, because of the wind, these grasses are going to be moving around, so they're going to be blurring, so I won't be able to use them as a foreground. So what I should do is use a couple of shots, use the main shot that I've got with the grass and everything, as the main part of the image, and then the water I'll use the slower exposures to mask them in, to give the surface of that water a smoother look, a smoother feel. It's time to get the hat and gloves on, because it's getting a bit fresh now, but yeah, sky's breaking like it was forecasted, giving some nice light at the moment here, so I think I'm gonna walk on round the pond here and see if I can get a composition that I like for if that sky does light up and we get a decent sunset. So let's go and have a look, see what else we can find. Okay, so I hope you've all stayed safe in the recent storms. Not had too much damage, if any damage to your properties. I lost a couple of tiles, that's all. So, but there's quite a few people local to me and people I know that have had a lot of damage. So feel for them, and also the guys down at the British Motocross GP. Those of you that follow my channel know that I used to cover the motocross GPs and the motocross with the photography, but unfortunately they had to, due to sort of conditions on the circuit and everything, they've had to postpone the meeting. So thoughts go out with them, because I know how much work they put into preparing for that. So hopefully they're going to run it next weekend and on a rescheduled date. So let's hope that goes according to plan. Okay, this shot is looking quite nice with this current light. The light is just shining on those trees off on the far side of the water there, which is giving us some nice colours, but a few yellows, a few greens, using these sort of reed beds here, grass, as a foreground as well, which is again giving us some nice yellows. Yes, okay, it's not going to be a portfolio competition winner, but it's looks quite pleasant anyway, so why not take advantage of the conditions. So again, I'm using the histogram there to just get the exposures right. Shooting at f11, 1/25 of a second, ISO 64. So, got some exciting news. We are, my current camera I'm using as my main camera is a D810. Absolutely love this camera. I was tempted to upgrade to the D850, but there was no point with the D810 was doing what I needed with the selection of lenses that I've got. But the time has come. I'm biting the bullet and I'm going mirrorless. I'm going to keep D810, keep it as a backup camera and as a second camera for doing weddings, etc. But I've opted for the Nikon Z7000. Done a lot of research into the spec and everything on it, and comparing it with the Sony, which was obviously the Sony was probably my second next choice. So the comparisons, but obviously because I've already got a load of Nikon lenses and I can get the adapter with the Z7000, that is what I've opted for. So yeah, gonna order it soon. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of stock at the moment, so there is going to be a bit of a wait for it. So watch this space. Here we have a bit of an overflow coming out from the pool, and it's running down, going down here, and then over to here, and this is just basically disappearing down a hole down there. Where it's going, who knows? Okay, so I'm just trying to find a composition now. Just walking around, just trying to find a composition that I can use for the sunset. Not sure how it's going to pan out. The sun's going to drop behind a hill that's over in front of me. And then hopefully, but after that we may get a bit of colour in the sky, but don't know, time will tell. Right, so I'm still looking for a composition for the sunset, which I'm going to have to start thinking about fairly soon in a minute, because the sun is going to drop behind that hill. I think we're probably about 3/4 of an hour at least away from actual sunset, so I've got a little bit of time. But this shot here just caught me out the corner of my eye, just looking up through that tree up there. You know, that tree I was taking a picture of just now. It's up there on top of that hill, but it's just got these two sort of sparse trees on the other side, either side of it now, and these trees on the right hand side, where the light's shining through on this grass foliage in the front. So yeah, it's just caught my eye, so thought I better get the shot. Again, it's not going to be a winner, but might be able to do something with it and make it look half interesting. Okay, I've got a composition that I'm sort of half happy with. What it is, using this tuft of grass, whatever it is here, as a foreground, and because the water is coming in around these reeds here, this area of water here is nice and calm, it's nice and still. So without having to slow the exposures down, I can, that's nice and smooth.
So what I'm hoping is, as that sun goes down behind that hill there, which it's dropped behind the hill, so but it's not sort of dropping behind the horizon beyond that yet. So I'm hoping for that that sky will light up very slightly and maybe give us some reflections in this bit of a pathway of water that's leading out through those reeds. So it's now just really a bit of a waiting game.
So with sunsets, particularly this time of the year, it can always be a bit of a gamble, but obviously you just got to look at the conditions. Cloud, ideally you need some bit of broken high cloud, because then as the sun drops down, that then reflects some light off the setting sun. So yeah, it's all a bit hit and miss. There probably is an exact science to it, but I've yet to work it out. There are a few apps that can predict whether it's going to be a sort of a half decent sky, half decent sunset, but again, it all depends on that moment in time, the location and everything. So let's hope we get something tonight.
So I'm just taking some test shots here. I focused on that tuft of grass that I said about, and then I've now locked that focus off so that as the light goes down, I've got a decent focus on that. So that's nice and sharp. We've got these trees either side just framing the top of the shot. Then we've got this nice smooth water that is reflecting. So yeah, I'm just taking a few test shots, like I say. Put a 2-stop graduated filter on just to take a bit of light down in that sky. So let's hope it lights up.
So whilst we're waiting, I don't know if you saw last week's video. Tried something a bit different for the videos. Went out and did some light trails. The weekend was not great beforehand, so I didn't get a chance to get out and do any landscape stuff. And when I get home from work, it's always too late at the moment until the lighter nights start coming. So yeah, we went out in the dark and did some light trails. And we're also now pushing towards the end of February into March, and then we've got Milky Way season. So watch out. She'll be doing some astro stuff again in a few weeks' time, hopefully.
To be honest, even if we don't get no colour, without cloud and the light reflecting off that water, it's actually giving some nice shots here anyway.
Right, so actual sunset is, I think, about 25 past, 5:30. It's currently 1/4 past. So although the sun's gone behind that hill opposite, it's still obviously setting behind the horizon, which it's not until really it gets to the setting behind the horizon that it will start lighting up. So let me turn the camera around. It's looking quite promising. We've got some cloud there, some broken cloud. There's a bit of light just reflecting off the underside of that now where the sun is at the moment. So it's looking promising that hopefully in the next quarter of an hour or so things may happen. Depends on what's happening over that hill, I guess.
Okay, not too sure we're going to get too much colour. There's a warm glow on that horizon, but it looks like it's going to be more sort of mid-tones than a bright sky. But anyway, like I said, it's giving us some nice moody cloud shots anyway, so still worth the trip.
gonna really light up then for a minute. It's just started to glow quite nicely, but now actually the cloud is starting to blow and start breaking again. So doesn't look like we're going to get what we're after regarding colour in the sky, but like I say, still got some nice shots. So just like to take the opportunity to say thank you for checking out my videos. If you like what you're seeing, please hit the subscription button and the notification bell to keep up with the latest content, and give the video a thumbs up. That would be really much appreciated, because it does help with the video analytics and the search options. And also drop a comment down below. As always, it's great to get some feedback from everybody. So until next time, thanks again for watching. So from Priddy Pools, it's time to call it a night. So take it easy.